welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. If you're wondering if I did a tutorial on this eye look, it will be coming next week. The reason being is I did not turn on my mic and I'm basically a mime doing my makeup. That's what happened. Okay, so now let's get into the review. This NARS foundation has been going all over. I really wanted to truly test it and see how it was because I saw a lot of negative reviews from both people who had dry skin and oily skin, so I wasn't really sure because when I went on the website, I checked it out. It was $48. I was super excited to get it. I basically just got the same shade that I am in the NARS Sheer Glow, and this is Barcelona, so I picked up the same one. It matches fine. There are 20 shades, so if you happen to have already your shade for Sheer Glow or the other one, I forgot what it's called, then you can just check it out in this one as well. I will say though, like I said, there were so many different reviews on this, so I was really interested in this. I did try this foundation out for, I've been using this for about a month now, or actually a little bit more. I forgot when I got it. So I have a full sense of how I truly love it. It is a really great foundation, but I did not like this foundation in the beginning. I was ready to return this ish like so quick. I like the frosted packaging. I think it just looks really sleek, and I like the length and size of it because as compared to the Sheer Glow, I'm not really a fan of how stumpy it looks for some reason. These do both happen to have 1 fluid ounce in them, but I just happen to like the slimmer packaging. But what really beats it is that it already comes with a pump. You do not have to purchase an extra pump. Hallelujah. This foundation is completely liquidy compared to the NARS Sheer Glow. The NARS Sheer Glow is much more thick. This, I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, well, this one is very liquidy, and I'll show you right now. So you want to make sure whenever you use this, you give it a nice shake, and when you pump it out, you will see that it'll start to down the hand. So that's gonna let you know that this is pretty liquidy. How many times can you say liquidy? As far as coverage goes, I feel like this is a full coverage foundation, but that you do have to build it up. I don't find that it is a full coverage immediately. What I do really appreciate about it is that it does have a really nice natural finish, and that is one of the claims. So I'm gonna show you how I apply it. My favorite primers that I like to do is I've been using my Scandinavia primer spray like a lot lately. So I'm just going to spray that because that's what I've been using. You don't have to do that, but I like to. And the 2 primers that I truly love to use it with are the Maybelline Master Prime and also the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. And Benefit Professional was okay as well because I know that one's really common. Today I'm just going to use my Master Prime from Maybelline because I do love it. I'm going to do 1/2 of my face, and then the other half I will leave just so you can really see the coverage of it. And then I'll probably end up covering up this side because I do have a homie. His name's Victor. He decided to come to a party, and I'm not even hosting it. But he's here because Tom is visiting. If you don't know who that is, it's time of the month. So yeah, now back to the video. Hormones. For application, I'm going to be using my beauty blender, which is dirty, but that's okay. And then I'm going to try it with my beauty blender so you can see how the coverage looks. And then afterwards, I'll use a brush. So this is the one side that I'm going to be using. And this is what the one side looks like. It definitely covers up any spotting or anything that I have. On this side, I will say that whenever I use a beauty blender, I always feel like I get the best coverage with it just because it really pushes the product into my skin. This is just my own personal opinion with this foundation. But as you can see, it basically is full coverage on this side. I barely put any underneath my eye just because I like to leave that blank, but I will do that for the sake of the video just so you can see what it looks like, because you can see what it does to dark circles, and see, brightens up a lot. So this is the side without foundation, and then this is the side with it, and it is a full coverage with the beauty blender. I happen to really prefer it when I use a beauty blender, but that again, it is fine also with the brush, but my preference is actually with this because I feel like it looks a little bit more flawless. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like. It does have a really nice sheen. It definitely evened out my skin tone. It took away my bags right there. Victor, he has been kicked out of the party, so that's pretty good, right? So now I'm gonna give it a couple more shakes, pump a little bit more in the back of my hand. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, I usually use, and what's really great is that a little does go a long way. I know a lot of people have the flat top, so I'm going to take my flat top and start working that into the skin. And again, I just happen to prefer the Beauty Blender because I like the way it pushes it into the skin, but the brush is just as well. It's all just your own personal preference on what tool you like to use. But the flat top Kabuki also does provide excellent coverage. It's just my own personal preference lately. I've just been really into my Beauty Blender. And this is the side using the flat top brush. As you can tell, there's no like true difference. Even with me looking really up close, I don't see a true difference. I mean, just a little. I really do like the finish that the Beauty Blender does because I feel like it just smooths out this formula really well. And I did use 3 pumps, so it is pretty full coverage. I felt like before I didn't use too much, so it gives it more of a natural finish. So say that you did about a pump and a half to 2, then that's going to give you a little bit more natural coverage. But as you can see, everything is pretty covered. I don't really have any acne scars or anything like that that's really prominent on my face. Only like slight sunspots that are now fading. But yeah, that's it. I really enjoy this foundation and how it applies. And again, this foundation, I don't think I said, it's supposed to last 16 hours. So if you happen to go out or anything like that and you're like, hey, let's hit after hours, you're still good to go. And I wanted to zoom you in so you could really see all the goodness and what my skin looks like. I do have a ring light, so that's why I kind of have a sheen, but again, you can see the sheen on its own from the reflection of the ring light. There is a luminosity aspect to it, which I really like. Okay, so now I went ahead and did my concealer. I did not set my face yet. The thing with this foundation, that what's really good is that it doesn't set too fast, so it's very easy to work with. I don't like it when foundations set immediately because then you can start getting patchiness and then you start adding on too much and then blending too much. So it's a really good foundation to work with just because it is so liquidy. It almost feels like there's a serum inside of it, just like it's spreading out. It reminds me of the Bare Minerals, that liquid one, the oil serum one. I didn't happen to like that one because it made me extremely oily, but with this one I really like just the texture of it, how well it blends. Also, this does not oxidize. I think I said that, I don't know. If you want to keep this, okay, some people kind of like a luminous glow like I myself do, and they don't really set the foundation. I happen to say that if you're going to wear foundation, just set it so it lasts a little bit longer. This foundation's supposed to last a really long time, but I happen to like it like this. But the thing is that it does, even though it doesn't set as fast and dry too fast and it's easy to work with, it doesn't dry as fast. So I really suggest just to set it because it will transfer. That's the only downside. So I'm going to be actually topping it off with the NARS All Day Luminous powder foundation. And again, I'm in Barcelona. I'm in the same exact shade. I like this powder and I don't like this powder. The reason why I don't like this powder, especially alone, is it really accentuates my pores, so I don't really like that. But what I do love is taking a light dusting of this powder and then dusting it all over my face, and it's a really nice setting powder. So I'm just going to take the same exact shade, tap off any excess, and then I do a light dusting on the outsides of my face and not underneath my eyes, just so I can keep that area nice and bright. And if you're wondering what concealers I use the Neutral Medium and Neutral Light Medium from Urban Decay, the Naked Skin. I'll link it down below, one of my faves. And then I set it with my NYX Finishing Powder in Banana, just so you know. But this is what the foundation looks like when it is set. What's great about this foundation powder as well, since it is a luminous one, it still gives a nice glow to the face. Not exactly as much as, I don't know if any of you have tried this one. This was the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination, and with this one it really gives you a prominent glow that you see. It's nothing too scary, but it's a really nice glow. It's like just hitting that line of, is that too much? It's okay. But not this one. This one gives a nice glow, but not as much as that one. And and I really like it. It still makes your face look nice and youthful. This is the finish. All in all, I truly like both products, but like I said, I'm not a fan of this NARS Luminous powder all by itself. I found that this foundation is very long wearing. If you do have extremely dry skin in certain areas, this foundation will cling onto dry patches. So again, I think you should give this an A. If you ever get anything at Sephora, just make sure that you really keep your receipt, because that is the best way in order to return something. If you have your receipt, they'll take it like it's awesome, even if you've tried it a couple times, or just get a sample. Go get matched. That's always the easiest thing to do as well. If you order anything online, use Ebates. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed. I cannot wait, because the Ebates, they send checks like every now and then, so I'm supposed to get mine next month. I believe everybody gets it. They do it like, I think it's quarterly, because I just started using it and I already got a check like the last quarter. Not sponsored, but check out Ebates if you shop online. If you order anything on Sephora, Ulta, you get cash back, but I'll link that down below. But try out this foundation. It's really, really awesome. So far, I've been loving it. I think it gives a really nice, healthy glow. Again, I saw a lot of negative reviews, but those are mainly people I noticed with dry skin, because this can cling onto dry patches. On the Sephora website, I did read that they said, oh, this is for all skin types, and I do not believe that. So I'm not sure why they put that. All in all, so far I'm very happy. Like I said, I've been using this for a month plus. In the beginning, I did not like it, and I think it's just because I was really testing out what primers. So go ahead and give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed my review, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet, because it is free 99, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah!